What did you do during your healing journey to stay sane?
Which one?
This one, the most recent.
I watched
Considering now you
K-dramas.
you have these new experiences.
I have amnesia bana.
Already
manze, I
wewe
have
unaweza rudi hapa.
Hapana, lakini kulikuwa na but then my focus was you situation. I think also because I didn't prepare for it, I was in a lot of denial. I kept on going back and rehashing. Like, okay, what did I not do? Why did I end up here? ECS ilitoka wapi? Kwa hiyo moment, lakini hapana, mtoto nilikula ndizi kweli. You know, actually,
wow.
Ulikula ndizi mo, mtuweka kwa mkombwa. I was a lot of, then I was so scared because I had interacted with a CS story once with a close friend of mine who they did this, the sibling did a CS and then passed on. So, and it was their third child. It was
there were a lot of those stories, by the way.
Yeah, so I was on the edge, and I don't know, maybe something to be tackled. I had equated CS with death. Like, I could not see the recovery. So I spent pretty much my postpartum first few months, the fourth trimester, thanking God for life. Like
thank you for getting us through that.
Yes, I was in a bad space, but I'd wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I can see I'm alive. Like,
wow,
it kept on shocking me that
you were alive.
I'm alive. Like, and then I'd go back to the operating table and I'm like, did that really happen?
I know, it was really crazy.
Yes, was that like, did that really happen? And then I'd go back to, hey, thank God I'm here. Like, thank God I'm here. Then I'd look at the child. I'm like, hey, thank God you're here, Bana. So I spent so much of that time in myself, in my head, that I could have easily gotten into depression. And I have a very close friend of mine who also, she's only had CS. She has never had a natural birth. And she had prepared me in a way when she noticed, when I opened up to her and told her the last few months of my pregnancy that the doctor has ruled out my birth plan and decided we are going in this direction. And then I had called her when it looked like I would do a natural birth, then it switched to CS again.
Yeah.
So she told me that the risks of you going through a postpartum depression was very high. So I was quite alert on my mental space. So I kept myself very busy and sane. Manze, I binge watched K-dramas. Wewe. You guy nearly watch K-dramas. I'd just breastfeed. When I'd have time, I'd be on Netflix. I'd just like zone out.
Me too, actually. Yes. I remember I watched a whole series and you got 23 episodes every night, 6 seasons. And I
imagine. So I was deep in that drama that I was not in my space, and I think it was a way of me hiding from reality. But one thing I also must say that kind of worked for me was the going out for the sun. Like going out of the house to get vitamin D. Like, it was something that I just had to do.
Looked forward to.
So every time I was out, I would kind of get myself out of that space, then come out. But because I felt like when I slept a lot, it would scare me, and then I'd rehash the situation. So if I'm not on K-drama or so I'd do vitamin D. The sun helped.
Gosh, it's such a hard time.
Yeah. So the 6 months, and then strangely enough, I think I kept on watching those TikToks of moms who had been through it, and them convincing me that after the 5th week you will be fine,
you will be healed,
I promise you. So I was there just
I remember you were telling me that just get to 5 weeks.
Immediately go to 5 weeks. I was like,
why am I still here?
Am I healing? Then I'm like, okay, I'm a bit better. Then, like, you come out of yourself and then you come there like, yeah, I'm good. Yes. So postpartum care, and now the societal pressure. Societal pressure number 1, tummy. Please, let's talk about that.
You know, I told you what I told you before we started recording. Me, I've given up.
I had not accepted that tummy situation.
But like, mbona I'm good to show, by the way. Like, what is that?
So I was like, in my head, that mimi nilikuwa nafanya alafu nakani kama ni
alafu huwezi funga, first of all.
And then accepting it was hard for me because I was like, mbona iko hivi?
You still look fully pregnant.
Then you look, like, let me tell you, my mom came to see me and then she was like, 12 weeks later, she's like, okay, I'm going to ask. And I was like, what? Yo tumbo.
Are you serious?
You got to Evo. And I was like, aki mami, imagine that mimi. I'm like,
she was shocked.
Yes, I was like, nafanya nini? Naambia kuna kitu ya kufunga mfungi because she's not had a. So I was like, Mommy, I don't know what to do. I actually don't know what
I
to do.
know we're really asking ourselves like what
And then akisikufunga. Na
me
niko
too.
hapa tu.
I don't
So now I've accepted the term because I'm like,
listen, it's part of us.
it is.
Accept it.
Because like, I mean, I have 3. Okay, I've seen other women who've been able to the flatten, and you do you. We do us.
The other angle I choose to look at this at me. Do you know we're just 6 months into postpartum?
I know we had a major surgery.
Just 6 months.
Alafu unajua unaweza account usikumbue na tumbo. But if you see my tummy out, don't ask me questions. I could be expecting or not.
Who knows?
Somebody actually congratulated me a few weeks ago. Yes, wearing this bodycon. And then plus, on top of wearing a bodycon, I was wearing the thing for inside. Then she was like, "Oh my God, congratulations! How far along are we?" I'm like,
oh my God, they must have felt so bad.
So yeah, and then we were standing in a parking lot. Someone was like, do I tell her that I just had a baby like a few weeks ago? So I was like, actually this is post. No, I was like, why is it big? I was like, the audacity. But I wouldn't blame her because she was shocked because she's used to me with what they can. So I was like, I had a baby in January. Then she's like, but we are in July.
Hey, mwache kutupea pressure, guys. Please, me, I'm not. Hiyo sikubali mimi.
So after she said it, then I was like, well, I'm aged. Yes, we don't snap back anymore. So
akimwacha kutupea pressure. Stop the pressure.
So that was the pressure that the pressure should decrease. So I'm like, that was interesting. So when I was leaving, I was like, charming. Is it like that? But so I went in front of the mirror. I'm like, okay, kind of looks. But then I'm like, till my kids also mentioned it. Then my kids was like, Mom, do you have another baby in the tummy? I'm like, where? Society is in my house. What? Then I was like, no, but the baby was inside. Like, no, but it's now big. I'm like, because Mommy has to eat so that the baby can drink milk. Then they're like, but it's still big. Whoa. I'm like, okay, babies. Mommy will work out when she's ready. But for now, pressure muache, please.